We're back trying to steal world records. I don't know who got this world record. I don't know what the final time is. We're going in blind. It's kind of like we're racing, but after the fact. 3, 2, 1, go. And I promise you guys, there are other randomizer presets other than Spellbound on the list of things to play. However, Richter looking fly as fuck, though. Holy. And if you're enjoying the swag, join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. You can hop in the chat and use emotes, tell me your deepest, darkest fears, tell me what you had for breakfast, whatever you want. You type it in the chat, and I have to look at it. Legally obligated, I have to look at it. We also got the YouTube video that you're watching right now. If you want to like, comment, subscribe there, that would also be very helpful to your boy. But yeah, the reason we're playing so much Spellbound is because I am taking races that happened on the Long Library Discord, which is the Symphony of the Night community Discord. I am taking those races and essentially just downloading the same seed, the same randomizer seed, and playing through it, timing myself, seeing, and after the fact comparing to what the racers ended up doing, whoever won that race. The issue is, there are other races that have happened that aren't Spellbound, but the majority of them have been Spellbound because of the tournament. So because of that, I don't want to play Spellbound that much. I actually don't like Spellbound very much at all. But it keeps happening because that is the world we live in today. Because we can't have nice things. We can't have nice things. For those that don't know, Spellbound is essentially a very normal randomizer. It's safe logic, if you know what that means. It's essentially like the standard we've been using for the baseline of every randomizer for like the last 5 years. But the major differences are you cannot use spells until you unlock them. You unlock them by finding familiar relics that give you... Ooh, I'll grab that. That give you then access to those spells. Also, the items stats are randomized, and so are the sprites. So if I pick up something that says it's a Marsil, it will be the Marsil, but the stats can be randomized, like the other day when we found the Marsil that had 0 attack. Negative attack. That says Masamune, so that is the Masamune, but we don't know what, how much damage it does. There's no point in putting it on now, because having access to the sword doesn't speed us up yet, so. What's my favorite thing to eat for breakfast? Coffee. Because I don't eat breakfast. Technically, I eat breakfast, but not really. I have sensitive tummy issues where if I eat too early in the day...
It's 2025.
It hurt my tummy.
Smashing is now illegal. The city has been divided in 2 clans.
Yep.
On one side, the Bounders have been ruling the streets with their seeds, making sure everyone goes by the new law. On the other side, the Smashers escape the new norm, using their nimble skills to fight the power.
So true. I'd watch that anime. Joke's on you, we're living in it, brother. Yeah, that is one of the big aspects of Spellbound. So the thing about Spellbound is because it uses safe logic, the odds of us finding Soul of Bat early on is pretty low, generally, which is like normal. Like most randomizer seeds, you're not going to be expected to find it early. But also, even if I found Soul of Bat like right away, I still can't use Wing Smashes because Wing Smashing requires that I unlock the Wing Smash spell as well. So I hope you guys like backdashes. I can't believe that took 2 hits to kill. I'm using a fucking... That's surprising. Wow. Speedrun explanation video was super interesting to watch. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I realized I didn't have anything new or interesting to submit to GDQ, so I was like, well, I could just do the no-hit world record that I have, do commentary on that, and submit it. We'll see what happens. Submissions end later, like at the end of this month, basically. The end of March. So, I don't know. Part of me is like, kind of hoping I don't get into GDQ, because GDQ is happening like 2 weeks before I'm slated to move. And I kind of want to spend that time focusing on packing and stuff like that. But also, GDQ is just a very important opportunity both for my career stuff as well as seeing friends and, you know, generally enjoying life. So it's tough. Just dropped in to use the Prime before canceling it. Understood, understood. I appreciate you, soldier, fighting the good fight against Jeffrey Bezos. I do go this way for Leapstone, yeah. If we find Leapstone early, I believe this route ends up being usually pretty good. The question becomes, do I grab the warp? And I think the answer is yeah, probably. Sometimes I reset the run if I don't do perfect backdashes. It happens. Okay, there is a relic here, so maybe we grab the relic and then go to Castle Keep and just not do the warp. It would mean that if I get unlucky here, as far as progression goes, that I'll have to do a wild dive kick strat on the flea riders, which I can do. Like, it's not impossible, but it could lose us a lot of time if we fail it. You're essentially hoping to get it first try, otherwise you're losing a lot of time. So let's see here. Oh, I forgot to do a gamble on whether we get world record or not. Oh, we got gravity boots here. We're fine. With gravity boots... Fuck. I think we do Alrox's quarters, even if it's one check. Or I get the warp and then go outer wall. Those are kind of our two options. I kind of like the idea of getting the warp and then going outer wall. It could be... This might not actually be the correct play, but I'm kind of committing to it. I think this is technically suboptimal when it comes to optimizing high complexity check locations, but YOLO. Is Jeff Bezos actually getting married again? Is that a real thing? That can't be real. It is. Good for him, you know? That just goes to show that even the cruelest, most evil, blood-sucking billionaires can find love. So what's stopping you, chat? Oh, money? It's the money? There isn't any love involved. It's actually just for the money? Oh. Yeah, then why don't simply go back in time, start Amazon.com. Like, I don't understand. It sounds like a skill issue. You clearly don't have the grind set mindset that I hear so much about on all of the short form media that is plaguing the brains of the youth. Meanwhile, I, the superior long form content creator, am completely guilt-free in this entire scenario, smiley face. Simply buy Bitcoin at $1. Yeah, I think everybody, not everybody, but I think there's a lot of people who knew a guy who was talking about Bitcoin back in like 2012 or some shit like that, because they heard about it on Reddit when Reddit was still like not the worst thing in the world. Oh, fuck you. And those people now are like, you gotta watch out. Like, those are the types of people that you have to like check in on every once in a while. Especially if they knew about Bitcoin but also didn't buy in. for one reason or another. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when your coworker tells you about this new thing called cryptocurrency back in 2012, and you're like, I don't know, man. Like, it's like, I guess like a cool idea. I'm good. And then you wake up one day and you realize I could have put my life savings into this and became a quadrillionaire. But then you also have to realize that that's like super mega ultra gambler's fallacy, fucking survivorship bias, fucking post hoc rationalization bullshit that our brains are very good at tricking us with. AKA, it's not real. It didn't happen.
You're smoking my.
It was a fabrication. Because you never know, because of the way that chaos theory and fucking butterfly effect works, there's like a non-zero chance that you specifically buying into Bitcoin causes it to crash early and never like get off the ground whatsoever. And honestly, knowing my luck, that would have been me. I would have been the guy who's like, actually, I'll put my life savings into Bitcoin. And then cryptocurrencies as like a fucking entire concept explodes instantly as soon as I touch it. Thank you, Draven, for the tier 1, by the way. I appreciate you. I probably should be skipping library, actually. I'm doing like all of the wrong plays this seed. I'm glad we didn't gamble on this one, guys. This play is suboptimal. Because if I don't find anything here, I'm losing time. And I could have saved these checks for later. So it's a bit of a gamble. Gas Cloud is not going to be worth it. Maybe if there's something in the shop, but I don't even think I have any money. That's the problem. Unless I find a library card in the shop and there's no other library cards in the seed. That's the only other way I think this will make money.
Love the new WR Steel format. Go get it.
Thank you very much. Is that HBK? Enrique, I appreciate the $25. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, that's very kind. Thanks. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Oh, I did have the garnet. Okay, huge. This could be big. Symbol. It's very holy.
Thank you.
Come on. Library card. Oh, and I can buy it. That actually is probably just the pick. As much as I would love to buy a shield, I can't afford anything else. Double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay. Library card.
Farewell for now.
For a second, I thought your video, the stream was just a video I was watching. That unironically does happen sometimes. It is weird when you like hop in the stream of like a person you've been watching all the YouTube videos of for a while, and you're like, this is different.
I'm coming.
Tragith, the Odd, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Is that like your D&D character name? Out of curiosity. Definitely has a swagger to it. I like the name. When you go to the local library and somebody left a gas cloud. True, it does happen. How's it going, TZ Ace? Welcome, welcome. So we
Tribute. You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Is everything like really loud today, by the way? Did Windows change my sound settings again? I'm just now realizing that like it's loud for me. I am so sorry. I'm gonna fix that actually. Why is everything so loud? And it was based off of a WoW character. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I think I got hit with the Windows sound settings reset. Which is always, you know, fun. I don't know what mana prisms look like yet, so. Sounds like a theater.
I'm bad at the game.
It's so loud. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you very much for the tier 1 for 2 months. Username, Dickle D. That's another great username. You guys are killing it. Keep up the great work, soldiers. Fighting the good fight of making me giggle when I look at your username. Not that bad. Thankfully, my sound settings are such that like nothing can ever get too loud, except for maybe my voice. I think so I did have to change my sound settings a little bit because I did like this very long recording session for the YouTube video that I'm working on, and part of that had me change up my sound settings. Let me see if I can be under filters. Okay, so all that stuff is back up and running. My compressor, my noise gate is good. Oh, I'll grab this. It could be good. It's probably not, though. Mermaid statue, nice. Get you through the long night shifts. Hey, if I can get you through anything in life by me playing a silly game that I love from my childhood, I'm more than happy to oblige. Did I get Soul of Darkness working? So I'm giving it one more chance to work because we've tried it on 2 different consoles. Essentially, from my understanding, is we just have to ignore the little huts that show up because they want to have access to my DSi camera, which my completely legally acquired DSi can't use, or else it crashes the game. So we found nothing except for Merman, which doesn't do much for us. But we found a lot of bones. So progression is in the alchemy lab, or it's in sword card location, which if it's sword card location, that's not bad for us necessarily, but could be entrance as well. Oh, buddy, oh boy. I don't want to do entrance right away, but I kind of have to. Yeah, I probably should. With a save split, probably. It's a 1 in 4 chance that it's my progression item that I need, but whatever. Okay, I'll save the game. I'll see if I can maybe fix the sound settings right now while it's saving. There we go. Did that lower the volume for you guys? It should have. If I could choose any armor or cape from the game to have as drip. Spike Breaker, I think it's not for the drip, it's definitely for the utility. Holy Mail does look pretty regal as fuck. So if I was at like a fucking convention wearing the Holy Mail, that would probably go pretty hard. Drax Tunic is also good.
Things. Or fancy schmancy things. I don't even want fancy schmancy wancy things or fancy schmancy take a trip to fancy things. What I want is wasting your time and mine.
And you did it. Congratulations. How was that? Was that like ear blisteringly loud for you guys? I'm not saying I need the Spike Breaker, but you never know. Not loud? Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what I should have done yesterday? Because I think it might have been my fault for having changed my sound settings for recording. I probably just need to make separate profiles on OBS, which is something you can do. I was just too lazy to do it because I don't want to forget to switch profiles before streaming, which has happened to me before when I used to mess around with profiles for recording, but it's fine.
I'm poisoned! No! How could this happen to me?
What up, Black Quilt? We got the sucking emote? Sure. Dude, it's fucking... Wow, that's crazy. That's kind of nuts. I don't even... I'm going this way. It's probably not even faster, but I'm doing it. Dude, all my weapons suck. This is ass. So part of me wanted to do sword card early, but instead I did this like entire circuitous route for no fucking reason other than I wanted to delay doing sword card as long as possible. And we're getting pretty hard punished for it, which sucks. I don't know if it would have been faster to just progress normally to get to Aurochs's quarters. It probably would have been by like 30 seconds or something like that, but I kind of wanted to try this route, especially with the fast warps. So this can be glasses, it can be the other ring, it could be mist, it could be jewel of open. A couple of things it could be. Maybe I should have library carded. I do have enough money to buy another library card. We found a second garnet, Mr. President. Second garnet has hit the wallet. Does sword come in handy? For this run, not really. That is true. It could be Wolf, and then Aurochs has progression. It can be Wolf. I mean, anybody who chooses to specifically go this direction is pretty heavily rewarded, unfortunately. I don't know if people would go this way blind. The thing is, I was so close to doing it this way because I went all the way over here to grab the warp, but I don't know. At least I grabbed the warp. If I didn't grab the warp, this would have been maybe slightly worse. I don't know. But even then, like, I didn't end up really needing it. What's up with the impossible challenges? They're on hold indefinitely right now. Until I can come up with something fun again. Because as it turns out, coming up with something that's interesting to both play and watch is difficult. Missed. Well, now we library card 100,000%. Wherever my library card is. So now, at the very least, that makes this route... No, it's still pretty bad.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested.
I need to buy another one.
In this.
Like farewell for now.
Go back to Aria. Why do you sound like a... Never mind. I was gonna make a joke about... fucking... racist guy at the town hall meeting, but thinks that Castlevania games are different countries of where foreigners are from. That was the joke I was gonna make, but it's pretty bad, so I'm glad I didn't make it. I do want to play Aria and mess around with some Aria stuff at some point. But we'll see. I think a big part of it just comes down to, can I be creative in making a challenge because I'm going to do my own challenge. I'm not going to just like copy paste somebody else's challenge if I were to play Arya. That's a sword. Could be good. I think I should save my library card, actually. As much as this would save like 30 seconds or whatever, it's probably not worth it. Where's the sword? You know what? It just has to be good enough, man. I'm tired of not shield dashing. I thought it was a pork bun for a second. Yeah. Thank you for the good luck. Appreciate it, Charles. I do have Summon Spirit and Hellfire. I'll keep that in mind, but... yeah, simply take out a small loan of 1,000,000 Garnet coins or whatever. So you can become president too. How do you get good at shield dashing? So what you need to do is you need to be 17 years old, discover twitch.television, discover twitch.tv/RomScout, watch him do Symphony of the Night speedruns for like 3 years, have no job, have no other obligations, and then just play this game every day for the next like 7 years. And you'll be good. Why doesn't everybody just do that? That's not true. I didn't do that because I did have a job that I hated during most of that. I didn't have, quote unquote, no job until I went full-time streaming a few years ago. Which is a very great financial decision that everyone is very proud of. My family's so proud of me. Smiley face. Exclamation mark shield dash or exclamation mark mash will bring up the tutorial video I made like 12 years ago that is still relevant to this day. The hand tech is, first of all, you need to have known the loving touch of a woman, which as a prerequisite is pretty tough. So it's not like for everybody, unfortunately. It's one of the reasons why getting good at this game is so difficult. Just like the prereqs can be pretty tough. That I don't believe? Well, can you shield dash? See, that's the thing, is not enough people have asked these types of questions, Fran, to get to the bottom of it, so... I think it's more research required. I will not blow up playing Silksong. The person who will blow up playing Silksong is someone who is already a big streamer. That's how being a streamer works. Is hopping on the trend of the new game only works if you're already a large streamer. And those streamers are large because they are not determined, like their viewership is not determined by the game that they play because they're already too big to fail. They're basically the banks in the 2007. They're too big to fail. And if anything happens, they'll get bailed out. I could also do... I got the warp. We'll do it later. I'm scared of Silver Ring biting me in the ass. But I do want to at least get the Mines warp and then check Silver Ring. Did Raffle get rich off of Balatro? Yeah, but he was already a Hearthstone streamer who was already, you know, slash YouTuber. Right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying the most likely thing to happen is for someone who is already large as a content creator will then latch on to the new thing. And then that will, you know, very, very, very rarely does, hey, new game, just play this new game and you'll be fine. SOTN re-release would be huge. Not really, because SOTN re-release, in my mind, would barely make a dent in, like, public discourse whatsoever. Just because SOTN gets re-released, it doesn't all of a sudden turn the 2,000 active SOTN fans into like money-making printers or whatever. You might reactivate some like older Castlevania fans to buy it and care about it for like a few months, but it's not going to be as worldwide record-destroying as a Silk Song. That's the thing, is the Netflix fans do care about Castlevania games, because when the original Netflix series came out, there was a significant spike in just general interest in Castlevania as a franchise that Konami obviously never capitalized on. I noticed it, at least, and I was like a tiny-ass streamer at the time, and I wasn't even making YouTube videos. But people were looking for ways to enjoy Castlevania because Konami was leaving them high and dry, which led to people actually joining my stream, specifically being like, yeah, I'm just looking for Castlevania content because I like the series so much. Another Garnet. That's another library card for us. Okay. But yeah, I think essentially Castlevania as a IP has been fumbled so hard that a SOTN re-release would not... It would be good for me, but it's not going to turn me into all of a sudden a, like, streamer who's streaming to like 1,000 people. I also think that I have a limit to people who are willing to watch the stream because I am annoying. And I'm annoying because I feel justified in being annoying. Which is the worst type of annoying. Oh, come on. I'm being serious. I'm being genuine. There are plenty of people who don't like me for my personality because I'm very much stubborn as fuck. And people find that annoying, because they themselves are also stubborn as fuck. And there is nothing more annoying than somebody who is more stubborn than you are about a thing that you know less about. It's my fucking stream. They can watch someone else. Exactly, that's what they do. That's, I think, what hinders my growth as a streamer. But I can't change who the fuck I am. I am big of a dick. I think you mean a bit of a dick, but also correct. Both is correct. But also, I'm of the opinion that what happens online isn't real and doesn't matter most of the time. So if I'm like being specifically stuff that happens in Twitch chat and like in content creation, right? But I understand that not everybody shares that point of view, because in my mind, some people really get invested in like streamer drama, right? Like, oh, did you hear that Grumblo got mad at Doodoo69 Epic Trick Shots Incorporated because on Fulgo's XXX_Fulgo's XXX podcast, he said that, and it's just like, bro, I don't fucking... And some people are like, I'm going to send death threats to your house because you said something mean to my favorite streamer. That, in my mind, is like, why are you mad? None of this is real. I understand why you deleted that message, because that was clearly a joke and also in bad faith, even as a joke. But you're not wrong. Many people do find that approach to be accurate. However, there is clearly a difference between, you know, perpetuating a standard of hateful rhetoric for the sake of making money, which is, you know, what right-wing grifting is, versus making obtuse conjectures about video games that you don't agree with. Like when I say that Metroidvanias have to have good movement to be good. Not everybody agrees, but not everybody is ready for the truth. I'll try and do wolf movement here. I'm going to fail and then cry about it, unless I'm goated. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the warp. I think. How do I feel about Metroid Dread, by the way? I still haven't played it. That's probably, unironically, especially with Prime 4 being announced and like people getting excited for that. I think I am going to play Dread for the first time on stream, probably soon. Because I need a new casual playthrough. to hook up at the end of streams, especially if this stupid Soul of Darkness thing doesn't work again. But yeah. I think you'd like Dread. Everybody has said that Dread is a very good Metroid game. So, yeah, I'd probably like it. I know I said I wanted the warp, but now that I'm thinking about it, what if I didn't get the warp? Dread kicks ass. Do you think it would be cool if they did make a Symphony of the Night remake? I think it would be cool. And ultimately, I would probably not like it as much as the original. But that does not mean that it doesn't have value as a creation to exist, right? Because if it gets more people interested in Symphony of the Night at all, I think that's overall a good thing. Like, for example, one of the a pertinent example that has happened in recent times would be Spyro Reignited Trilogy. The Spyro Reignited Trilogy was massive for just general nostalgia for Spyro and Spyro fans. But pretty much everybody who is a diehard Spyro fan who enjoys the originals for their movement mechanics and like their charm and all this other stuff didn't always think that the remakes were that great. Whether they looked a little bit like too motion blur-y and Unreal Engine-y, or if the movement mechanics felt a little too different from the originals, whatever have you, right? Like, long story short, those remakes were very good for Spyro fans, and Spyro fans are happy to have them, even if the people who only like the originals, they still see the benefit of having more Spyro fans just in the ecosystem in general. Yeah, Spyro Reignited also is just kind of like buggy as well. This is nothing. Yeah, that's literally nothing. I don't think we're winning this race, by the way, guys. I think the only way we win is if we guess correctly in the second castle on like a 50-50, so... But yeah, essentially the way that I see a Symphony of the Night remake is if they put even like a quarter of the effort into what they did for Spyro Reignited Trilogy into a Symphony of the Night remake, I think a lot of people would be like, oh, this is cool, wow, I remember Castlevania games, and this is like a modern way to play it that seems like unique or interesting or whatever, and it's like a big deal, and it has a marketing budget behind it or whatever. Like, if Konami went through with all of that, then ultimately it is a good thing for Castlevania fans because it means there are more active Castlevania fans. And when they inevitably look for more Castlevania content and they see my dumbass playing fucking a 30-year-old video game for the PlayStation 1, and they're like, oh, why don't you play the remake? That opens up the conversation of, well, the remake is good, but actually the original has like a lot of unique elements to it that I personally prefer, and here's why. Ooh, this is Holy Glasses? Oh, wow. That's so annoying. Soul of Bat is at Silver Ring. Or it's at Merman Statue. Either way, I'm not picking it up. We leave. My ass is over it. Yeah, classic Spellbound. Anyways, we're going to second castle. I should buy another library card, though, just in case.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested.
I forgot I got that last garnet.
I'm interested in this.
Where are you? There you go.
Farewell for now.
So a Castlevania SOTN Definitive Edition that has all of the stuff that was only in the one version would be great for you. That's not exactly what I said. I don't want them to just Ideally, I want them to take the PlayStation 1 version of the game, decomp the original code for that, and then just plop that EXE onto Steam. That's what I want more than anything. Nice Mana Prism. It's not really going to matter, but... because we're not getting Soul of Bat. But I know that will never happen. Because that will never happen, whatever they do with the IP does not affect me, right? really, because I have no control over it, and like anything that I would want is so incredibly unrealistic that it doesn't matter. So anything they do is fine by me. I don't really care. If they change voice acting, if they make it like a 2.5D art style, if they fucking just re-release the PS4 version again for like the 5th time, then like sure, whatever. It like does not matter. He's got the drip! Richter! He's got the drip! Help! It's close to being done. Define close. I actually haven't checked in on the Decomp project in quite a long time. You get SOTN on Steam, but you get rodent graphics, do I press the button? If that is the only way to get a PC port of SOTN, then the answer is yes. Even though I think it would ultimately not be that great for me. Literally. Like, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. But ultimately, giving people an excuse to play the game is good. Yeah, the decomp for SOTN has been worked on for, like, quite a long time, I want to say. I think we're coming up on like 4 or 5 years. And I say we, but I'm not obviously doing anything with it. I'm just a guy who plays the video game. Where's my 2 hands? God. I hate the fucking item stat randomization, by the way. Shit's so annoying. Also, I'm gonna die? Is also annoying? Like, fuck me. This cake will heal me for 10,000 health. Or 29. Close enough. Oh no, man. Fucking... Dude, none of my weapons are good! Because they're all randomized! Shit fucking sucks! I'm gonna spend 12 hours in the fucking menus, dude. I don't know, man. Like, fucking... Sure. At least Tetra Spirit is gonna help bail me out a little bit. Simple Plan. I believe it's Simple Plan who performs that song and wrote that song, all right? Yeah, that sounds like 2 decades. That sounds about correct. Suikoden Remaster looks pretty ass to you. I don't know anything about Suikoden, so... Somebody was asking about, Chrono Trigger. I should probably play Chrono Trigger. Because I know I'll like it. It seems like the type of RPG that I would actually like, because it's relatively short. So.
I'm bad at the game!
I think the big issue, though, is ultimately the reading aspect is just tough. No matter how you slice it. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than, like, playing an RPG, you are essentially locking yourself into a, like, much longer time commitment than most people playing that RPG. if you have dyslexia. Because you're guaranteeing that you're just going to be, you know, rereading sections or not understanding sections properly. And also there's the issue of, like, SNES font is also not, like, the most of the time, I should say, is not the most friendly to dyslexia. Like, blocky fonts in general end up being, like, harder to read on average as well, which only amplifies the problem. Poor job, Fiesta. Is that Final Fantasy IV? I should know what that is, because that's like one of the more popular Final Fantasy randomizers, I want to say. But I'm just out of the loop. 4 and 1 both work with it? Oh. Okay, so I have no clue what that means then. I'm just so out of the loop with just Final Fantasy in general. And how people enjoy those games. I imagine it's very similar to how people feel about Symphony of the Night. And, like, you know. So what's the best version of Final Fantasy 1 to play, for example? Right? I'm sure some people would argue it's the fucking NES original or whatever. But... Cat Eye Circle. Oh, boy. Pixel Remaster or PSP. What if this gets a remake like Final Fantasy VII? It never will, because nobody cares about this game the way that they care about Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII is less of a video game, more of a cult. So, like, with that in mind, Symphony of the Night is not a cult video game, as much as we wish it could be. Because it really isn't. I needed the health. We're not winning this race. There's 0% chance. By the way. Fuck! I know where Bat is, but it's in the first castle! I think the reason why Ocarina of Time doesn't get nearly as much fan obsession is because they keep making Zelda games that people like, right? Where I feel like Final Fantasy VII, when was the last time they made a Final Fantasy VII game that when was the last time they made a Final Fantasy game that Final Fantasy VII fans were happy with? Probably 10. And I imagine a lot of them still weren't happy with it. Versus if you're a Zelda fan, you were probably like, damn, bro, this Breath of the Wild shit's actually kind of good. I don't know. That's just conjecture from me, though. I could be wrong. When was the last time Castlevania gamers were happy with Konami? That's the neat part. They never were. I'm gonna die. I'm actually probably dead here. Oh, this is so annoying. I don't know. Fuck it. Okay, we're good. That is the only Castlevania game I care about. That makes sense, and I believe you because I have a lot of data supporting that. That's most people's, at least for my fans, most people feel that way about Symphony of the Night. Thunderbrand any good? Dude, every sword I pick up fucking sucks. I hate item stat rando because all it does is fucking level out all of the good weapons to make them bad, and all of the bad weapons are still bad. Fucking so annoying. Why is this shit even a thing? It's like Spellbound is already bad because of no spells. Adding the item stat rando on top of it makes it way worse. Like, I just don't get it, man. I don't understand how someone can be so bad at understanding what makes Symphony of the Night fun. Casuals like it? No! I would disagree. I would imagine that if a casual says they like this, they don't know why they like it, which means they don't actually like it. Like, they can't point out to you why Stat Randomizer is good, right? I don't know. I'm just saying stuff because I'm mad. Awesome. Yeah, these are the types of preset or seeds that are like genuine torture. I love that this community is so... I was about to say something very mean. I love that this community doesn't have the means of communicating their desires such that it leads them in a space of actually enjoying their time with the game. Instead, they just put up with literal, like, garbage. But it really feels like they want the garbage. I think if... Okay, I take back what I said about the item stat randomization and casual thing. I think you are actually correct, Fran. I was just salty and mad. Mad because I'm getting owned by this shit. But... Because I was thinking about it more. If I was doing like a challenge run that was a little bit more on the casual side and item stat rando was on, I wouldn't be that mad at it because it would give me something to be like, fuck, man, all my items are shit. This challenge is so hard. Versus when it's like, oh, this is a race. Your job is to beat the other guy. And all of your tools are ass. That feels like shit. Genuinely. And then you fucking see your opponent finishes the race 10 minutes faster than you. And they're like, oh yeah, you didn't get the random item drop? That was Chrysogrim with like perfect stats? Damn, that sucks. Oh well, GG's. No, I didn't get the drop. My bad. And like that shit can happen regardless. But it's like so much more... It's exacerbated when you have seeds that are like, on average, when you average out the stats of items, they all become bad. On average. Very rarely do you find something that is good because of it. Anyways. I wish everybody in the tournament nothing but the best of luck, but also I wish you would stand up for yourselves. And say no to this bullshit. But I understand why you don't say no to this bullshit. I don't blame you, but also I wish things were different. Because that's the other thing. What is the alternative where you actually end up happy with the item stat rando? It's when you find a weapon that is good, that is still good. That's it. You're like, oh, thank God. The Marshall is almost as good as it is in the normal game. I'm actually happy with this. Like, finding a short sword that does, like, the same damage as, like, a katana doesn't actually help you that much. Because you're still dealing with a weapon with, like, a bad swing rate, a bad hitbox, like, all the other things that make it bad. It fucking sucks. Anyways, I'm not getting this warp because if the last Vlad Relic's in the first castle, I'm not even finishing this seed. This is a forfeit angle for sure. There's like a 1 in 6 chance or something like that that the last Vlad Relic's still in the first castle. But yeah. Probably should just missed past these guys, but whatever. I mean, at the very least, I have this, which is like fine. But also, why can werewolves jump through solid walls? Has that always been a thing? Like this weapon, like the reason why this weapon doesn't suck ass, by the way, is because the stat for the special attack doesn't get randomized. Because of the limitations of item stat rando. I have an uncursed, right? Medicine, anti-venom. Nope. I'm getting hit by fucking Tetra Spirit, bro. Here. Okay. We're still losing this, but yeah. I did have an uncurse, I just missed it. Whatever, dude. I'm like so over the seed. God, I can't imagine being forced to play this shit for money. Oh my God. Like, even if you're good at the game, right? Even if you make the correct plays, you still can't be having fun with this, right? There's no way. God. Yeah, I'm going to start up an Impossible Challenge tournament where the winner gets 20K. And it's just first to finish a seed. Wow. It's just shocking. It's genuinely shocking. Is there a rando that forces you to kill every mob before you can leave a room? Not currently, no. I don't think anyone's sadistic enough to come up with that shit yet, but maybe soon? Copium? Get soft locked by Merman. That is true, I guess, yeah. Because you can't kill them all. Unless you remove their ability to respawn? I don't know. Like, you let them spawn in once, and then you remove the ability for them to respawn afterwards or something? Alrighty. 10010!
Trouble the soul of my
What is that in binary?
How?
Alright. Let's take a look and see what the world record
You
was.
have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
We're looking for Angel...
If he gains the world,
Angel's Werebear? Angel's Werebear. Let me take a look and see if I can find it.
He also said to
Yeah,
tell
so
you
Swarm beat this in 51-26. So,
Forgive me.
you know,
Farewell, my son.
you know. Yeah. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, we lost 10 minutes over Swarm. Probably just by not doing left side, maybe, and probably by doing the correct early game stuff. Like I said, I definitely made some mistakes early on in the routing, and I kind of accepted that I was going to lose, so I made dumb decisions after accepting I was going to lose, but yeah. Let's take a look. Okay. I think all this stuff is going to be very standard, right? Leapstone, yeah, go up. Gets gravity boots. So here's where I wonder, does he grab the warp and leave, or does he... Yeah, this is the route that I said would save a ton of time. But in my mind, I wanted to have an excuse to check this relic up here first, where stupid ass, dumbass, poop of bat or gravity boots was. So essentially, not even a 50-50, but like definitely in my mind, the decision making there was reasonable, but ended up screwing me, unfortunately. So, but yeah. And then, of course, you know, this route ends up being very good. Because I also had to backtrack to library a few times because of it. I don't know if Swarm ends up getting a library card here, but yeah, you're able to one-shot library here as well. And now you warp to entrance. Maybe he does the save split, maybe he doesn't. No, doesn't do the entrance save split at all. Oh, and you have both rings at this point. Fuck, this route is so much better than mine. Oh, because I had to backtrack through here like 3 times. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, this is literally just the God route, unfortunately. It happens, though. It happens. I think this route ultimately is fine, but the time that it takes for you to go out of your way to do just this one check only worked out because you got bailed out with it specifically being the relic that you needed. If this relic was just like a Vlad relic or whatever, in my mind, this route ends up being maybe not even that much slower. No, actually, this route might still end up being worth it. That's one of those things that I don't know off the top of my head, actually. Because you are still opening up this shortcut, but you're leaving this for whatever. And then you're doing all of this movement, which doesn't have any relics alongside of it, versus, I guess, doing all this movement with no relics. So it's about even, actually. Oh, also gets Power of Wolf here. That's tough. Yeah, because I skipped this. So at the very least, yeah, he has, like, actually solid movement here. And he also skipped Grand Falloon, of course. I checked Grand Falloon because I wanted to fucking... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I skipped this. So... Like, if this was here instead, I would have, like, saved some time. It's like every decision I made, just in hindsight, ended up being wrong. The only thing that I could look at that felt like I could have done better is maybe this decision to go up and check sword card anyways and do the clockwise route, but... And the reason you would even do that in the first place is just to delay the shop for longer, but sometimes going to the shop early ends up winning you games. I don't know, man. Yeah, this definitely feels like, what can I learn from this decision making? I was just wrong. Also, left side ended up not really being that helpful. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Swarm's route just ends up being, like, literally perfect, because it also is showing that he didn't check creature or... Yeah, okay. Like, the only wrong check was right here. That was it. Yeah. I mean, being 10 minutes behind the literal God route, it happens. Because, like, there wasn't a wasted check. I guess entrance was also a wasted check, but you still got bailed out from doing it because you got Power of Wolf, which saves a ton of time in this seed. Wow. Yeah, this is literally the God route. Damn. Oh well, just get luckier next time. YouTube, if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonButch, so you can watch me complain some more. I am very self-aware. And I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.